So just kind of a reminder for everyone, the way we're doing these meetings now, we're doing a 10-minute recap. So each of us gets to do a 2-minute recap of our day, of our past week. Go through whatever you want, but reminder, we're kind of trying to do a lot of SWOT analysis, so that's successes, losses, opportunities, and threats. Then we'll do a company recap, so we'll share with you guys what we're up to as far as actual sales last week on Teachable, our YouTube, and just kind of company-wide successes. Then we'll get into some project-specific stuff. Then we'll do some homework assignments, and then talk about next week. So the 10-minute recap first. I can go first. So I think last week was pretty good overall. There were some frustrations with implementing the new YouTube processes. So by the end of today's meeting, I want to make sure that we just have that completely rounded out so that we're able to just like streamline this shit and get it done. Beyond that, Limo Tour went well. I think that was awesome. So again, I think that there's some small tweaks we can make to improve things, but overall, I think we did a great one in Kitchener. It was a lot of fun. It's also great when we don't have to plan it a lot. So I think we need to find more of these strategic partners as well, and just fill out our calendar with that. Because I think probably if we can find the right strategic partners, I bet in the GTA we could probably have one almost once a week in different areas, right? Mm-hmm. We could be on the east side, the north, the south, downtown every week. So I think there's some real opportunities there. Then otherwise, as far as like Matt McKeever, I kind of dropped the ball on my YouTube channel this weekend. I was really hoping that we were going to get the meeting video out on Thursday or Friday. That didn't happen, and so when that didn't happen, I've been kind of wanting to play around with my baseline anyways and see what it was, and so let my YouTube channel kind of have no uploads for a while and see kind of where we're at. So it seems like kind of 3,000 is the baseline, so I kind of like that. That's good to know. That's 3,000 views over 48 hours. Usually I'm closer to 4,000, so that seems kind of like a 25% attrition. So that's just kind of interesting. That's over a 5-day period now that I haven't uploaded, so I think I'll start uploading again on Monday and get back into it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. It was pretty quiet. I didn't shoot a lot of videos. I guess on Friday, me and Jeff met with Sunny. That was really exciting. Well, we met with Sunny and John. We got kind of our corporate structure set up. We kind of revamped what we're going to be doing with the coaching platform. So we can get into that once we get into like the new products for the company-wide stuff. But the prices are going to be going up for the coaching and mentorship, but we're providing a lot more value, so I'm pretty excited by that. Otherwise, Vegas is chugging along. I think we got the BOE firmed up with Misty. Unfortunately, I think we lost a cameraman, so I don't think Nathan will be joining us in Vegas. However, we did kind of already build in a redundancy, so we do have Haley that's still supposed to be joining us. I think we have to like figure out the details on that. I think it's important, like, the exact same thing happened when we did OREC, and so I think we need to be cognizant of that. So I think we need to build in redundancies with these people, just because.
In terms of a drop it, somebody dropped it.
Yes, yeah, like it seems like artistic types are more flaky, they're more flighty, and so we just need to build that into our expectations. So I think that for any major events, and like Vegas is a major event, we always need to have extras. Like I'd much rather be giving away too much money or paying someone to look bored than miss the critical shots and the critical pieces of content creation. So yeah, that was probably more than 2 minutes, but that was my recap. Let's just go around clockwise or whatever.
So my week was more just kind of organizing all of the YouTube stuff. So obviously we didn't have as much for your channel. I didn't have all the footage for the meeting, so it's all pre-edited and everything. It's all sitting in there. I just have to do the dual camera angles and stuff like that, and then export, and that'll be up. All of Jeff's stuff is chugging along. We just got a massive dump yesterday, so your 10-part series and everything should be out within the next couple of days. Peter, I like how organized that SD card was. It's just like super streamlined and super easy for me to like see everything that I have. And then we got a 3-part series with, I forget her name already, Lindsay, yeah, so we got those out as well. What do you guys want me to do with the Wind City footage? Like, am I doing anything with that? Or?
That's what we needed to talk about today.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we'll get into that in project specific.
Cool. Yeah. But besides that, it's just been more organizing stuff, prepping for Vegas again. It doesn't look like that sale for Vegas is going to go through with the couple from Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
The streamer couple. I was hoping, but they're just too busy. It's probably just too short notice. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cool, awesome. So I don't know if the cameras are going to pick up Troy right now, so let's make sure we get. But so we got new team member Troy. Here, I'll just take that one. So we got a new team member, guys. Troy.
Hello.
And so Troy's like brand new, but essentially you're going to see a lot more of Troy. He's coming to Vegas with us. If you want just like really quick crash course, Troy, and your backstory again, the blueprint to wholesale. Blah, blah.
Yeah, so I picked up the blueprint to wholesale a couple months ago. I spun through it in a week, and within another week, I had a successful offer for I think 50x of what the price of the wholesale course was. So super pumped about that. Rolling that money right back into Vegas, hoping to again 50x to 100x that money, and just keep rolling, see how far that'll take me. I'm super excited to be part of the team here with you guys.
Sweet. So if there's anything specifically you want to discuss in your 2-minute recap, you can, but at the same time, you don't have to.
Yeah, I didn't have much on my plate here. I skimmed through a couple of your videos, just looking for 1-minute clips. I sent a couple to Peter. Other real estate related news, I guess. I was down in Windsor on Saturday in the morning to check out a property with John for the joint venture.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
look promising?
Yeah, look good, I think so, yeah.
What's the details on it?
It's currently a 3-bed, 1.5 bath. We're gonna turn it into a 6-bed, 2 full bath. It's a corner lot. It'll be all upstairs bedrooms, there's no basement in it, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool,
So
cool.
good, hopefully.
So what's the next steps on that property?
He's sending me the assignment. We gotta finish up that, and I think we're gonna close late November, early December, so.
Sweet, man.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Balls
That's
rolling.
awesome.
Yeah. I'm stoked about it.
Yeah.
All right, Peter.
Busy week. Same day we shot all the footage with Lindsay and Jeff, which was like 13 videos. I also shot another like 5 or 6 with Laura. So like on that day I shot like 18 videos. And that was the day I was supposed to get the rest of the staff meeting and Jeff stuff. So that's why I kind of slipped on that. I need to get a little bit better on that. And I think we need to figure out a great system between the two of us. I don't know if it's a hard drive or just keep dealing with all these
That's going to be a big project that
Yeah.
we'll discuss today for sure.
We need to hash that out and hash out our communication. But besides that, yeah, just staying on top of everything. We had limo tour in Kitchener and Wind City
too,
and
yeah.
Wind City
I
on
forgot that
Saturday.
update.
So both those days were like 4 to 6 hours of me holding the gimbal. I got a good workout in and feeling it in my back. But besides that, just a crazy week, staying on top of everything, staying on top of Laura's stuff. We're fast tracking her. She's
Getting a lot
2.5
of
weeks.
Instagram success.
Yeah, so she's 2.5 to 3 weeks into, like, since we sat down and actually said, okay, we're gonna do this. I think we got 4 videos up already. I'm editing 3 or 4 more. So my goal is by the end of the month to have her have like 12 to 15 videos either up or scheduled. Her Instagram's crushing it right now. Like she's ranking really high in a bunch of these hashtags that we tried to optimize for her. So just organically, she's getting 500 to 700 to 1200 to 1400 likes on some posts just because they're at the top of like high vibe hashtag and super high vibes and stuff like that. So she's plugging along on that. I'm just working on her YouTube for now. She wants to get our website up, Teachable, like all this stuff. So I'm just trying to.
We'll need to figure out a website partner.
Yeah.
We need to discuss that today.
But yeah, besides that, just
Awesome. Adam Martin was kind of MIA, but much you want to update us on?
Yeah, I was out moose hunting, which was fantastic and always rejuvenating. But we did have some updates here. So limo tour leads, like that was really good yesterday. There's one guy in particular that I already mentioned to you guys. He's actually connected as well to the Zone team. So I think, again, it's just a deepening relationship kind of thing. So for
Who
sure.
was that, the tall guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can get him out for sure to like an OREC. And then yesterday was pretty warm on Vegas, but he didn't commit. So hopefully one of you guys got some time to at least touch base with him. He was familiar with Matt Pichet, but not either of you guys really. So I was like just hammering that. And actually he loved the link tree. So that's probably a win, is just having that in general for everybody all the time. In other news, Emma's going to be coming to London on Friday, so hopefully we can get something in there with her, just a general meeting. But yeah, I think that's basically it for me.
Awesome.
you killed moose.
And
Cool.
and we got a moose.
Nice.
Yeah, so
I want
Peter and I are eating this winter.
Alright.
Okay, so a lot of things that were already covered. Obviously, we went to Wind City and Windsor in general. From there were a couple individuals that were already ready to hand John money just from all the YouTube, and they felt like they knew Matt and I from it. So that was pretty cool. So I said to John, pretty good, $60,000 talk, because they're doing the mentorship program, so like 2 times 30,000. So that was a good use of Wind City's time, pretty much. Vegas, I sold one yesterday to Mike Van Hout. That's the newest one. You guys might not know right there. So he's on the board. He's coming solo to support me, but I'm sure he's going to get a lot of value out of it. And his videos have been stepping up, so I'm sure.
He actually, and we're not sure if some of it's maybe paid, but still he's definitely getting way more traction than.
Exactly.
And he got like 300 subs
It's good
in a
that he
week.
closed. I was hammering him at Audi about John, so it's good to like keep that follow up.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
And then I think we got that Danny guy too this week as well.
Oh yeah.
From like bottom left but bottom right thing.
Yeah.
So he's from like Instagram off Texas or something like that. I don't know.
Did I put Mike
Barely
on the
know.
board?
Yeah, I think that's it, Mike. Yeah. So there's 2 Vegas wins. Obviously, limo was a profitable success, even though that's never the main goal of the limo tour.
Yeah, it was a good limo.
But we didn't lose money for once.
Yeah.
One of those good businesses Matt and I run. Probably made we'll have to do the calculations once my bill comes in, but say $1,000 or so.
Nice.
So that's nice. It buys us that's all it's really doing is buying us another room, even though we're just allocating that $1,000 to you know, the slider budget for and the pasta budget. And another success, I got a shit ton of subs this week on YouTube, even though we didn't really have any content. It's a little bit of the ARIA stuff. That's why we have the top 10 videos coming out. This would be an interesting video. That article I was just saying right before, I should probably do a video on like why I think it's a bad idea or something like that. And I did a course sale before breakfast this morning, even though I don't eat.
Oh, did
But
you? I didn't check
yeah.
out Teachable. Nice.
That was, if I would have had, okay, so then if I get into losses, I sent an email out at the beginning of the week to all the people that signed up for the free ebook. And I said like, hey, it's going to be, this coupon code's going to be open all the way till Sunday night. And then I was busy. But if I would have had maybe an email chain of like, you still have 24 hours to sign up and put the people a little bit of a pressure, they might have seen it on Friday or Saturday morning or Friday night, whenever I sent it. But they might have just got busy and they didn't really, oh yeah, that coupon code was expiring tonight. So losses would be like, we suck at email. And all of us. Because even Matt Pichet yesterday is better than us at email. Then it's opportunities. I put Mike Van Hout down just because I think there is opportunities for something like, yes, he's a success from Vegas, but opportunities with, I don't know, like maybe we'll do some crazy collabs with him, and if I can really get him, he loves having another job. So if his another job is a YouTuber, like we should probably always keep him in the ecosystem. Threats. I think we covered it a bit last week, but like Arneo's stepping up his Instagram game with his team.
And it's continuous iterations. Like it's not like they stepped it up once. Like each week they're doing iterations.
And he's selling $2 audiobooks. So that's like we have a free ebook. He has tons of free
that
stuff.
cuts me a little. Like we need to get in that space.
Yeah, it's basically his books on audio for $2, right?
Yeah.
All it is it's that value journey wherever.
Yeah. Right here.
And then not a real threat, but like Graham and Kevin did a little conference this weekend at their house, and they were charging $1,000 tickets times, I don't know, say 10 to 15 bodies, and say it was 3 hours or something like that, right? And we're charging $1,500 tickets in Vegas, and you get hotel stay, 2 nights, food and drink, and they showed you how to buy a property on a whiteboard at a house, and probably a little bit more elaborate, but you know what I mean. So again, a threat, like can we tap into that space, or is just like our Southwestern...
Can we start demanding a premium?
Is our Southwestern Ontario market not paying that? When they DM me this morning, does that mean my wife has to pay $150 as well for the limo tour? Like, you know, versus nobody would say that to Graham, being like, does my wife have to pay $1,000 as well to come to this event today? Because she's in town, you know? We still get that in Canada here. So anyways, that's a bit of a...
I think the only thing to be said there too, though, is there's probably a difference in reach. like simply if you have 1 million people you're talking to, you'll find more that can afford. So like, it's just that to take into consideration.
Yeah, but then they must be going. Maybe they go through the same headache. I don't know.
Yeah.
Of like 90% of people that are trying to get in for even cheaper.
So that would be.
We don't know about.
That'd be something to.
And maybe they're able to just.
Well, and one thing is like they definitely did their pricing structure in the more clickbaity fashion. $3,000, $2,000 coupon code, buy for 1,000. Right? We're like. We never do that sort of like crazy.
That should be $5,000.
Right, like that's what how they would have structured it, right? A $3,500 coupon. So like I don't know, maybe we start to get more clickbaity like that, right, with our pricing structure. But yeah, that's perfect. I think that leads well into the company recaps. So for the company recap here, or yeah, if you want, I'll give this back to you, Peter. So company recap. So for last week we had about $900 sales on Teachable. Most of that's going to be limo tour related, but at the same time, you know, that's a good start, right? Like it's getting us in the right direction. But I think it's important that we really start sharing the dollars with you guys, so just so everyone understands, because you know, in that same week we would have spent more than that in wages, right? So we're still definitely not net positive there, but if we can keep moving in the right direction, I think that's important. And I think the key is just inventory, right? We just need to have stuff always available for people to engage on. So then as far as like YouTube successes and stuff, because that's part of our company recap each week, I didn't see major success on anything to do with my YouTube, but at the same time, it's one of those things where, you know, having that influencer reach out to me is a big deal, right? And like you just never know who's watching, you never know which video is going to make a connection with which person and who they're going to know. And
they have 2 million subscribers.
2.1, yeah.
Yeah, and they're from Hamilton, right?
Yeah, and like, yeah, they just seem super
content
cool.
they watch because it's local.
Yeah.
And they're like,
no, it's important, right? And so like, it doesn't matter that you only get 1,000 views per episode, right? Because it's in that 1,000, it's the one person that makes a difference. So yeah, so that was awesome. Otherwise, like company successes, like we already talked about the limo tour.
I like how you guys retouched as well, like showing how to buy the next one's tickets. The very next
and I think that we need to have that funnel better, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I think what you did on Instagram was great.
Yeah, that was
awesome.
awesome.
I just copied it, put it on mine. So
I got a bunch of stuff today coming of like about Adam and his first limo tour and all that kind of stuff to touch again.
So yeah, so I think we had some good company successes. As far as company losses, I think the YouTube communication definitely can be improved. I think our uploading process can be improved, but I think there's some really easy solutions we can implement. I think also we just need to implement a dress code for the limo tour for all of us, just kind of set expectations, because I know I even experienced it when I was at the Wind City event. I just wore my hoodie and my floppy blazer, and when I met Matthew Frederick, just like, it was just funny because I literally met him at the same time that John did, and John was dressed better than me, right? Not our John, obviously, the other John, because I don't think our John wears a suit unless he's getting married. But
out of track meets.
But so when like me and John both met Matthew Frederick at the same time, like it was just obvious through his body language, right, which person he immediately respected more. It was the well-dressed person. And so I don't think there's any excuse for us not always being the well-dressed people on our own events and limo tours and other people's.
And yeah, my points on that, like it's not comfortable wearing a suit the whole day, right, for a limo tour. However, the social media looks amazing. Like in a year later, you can still see those pictures of me in the suit in hot London, Ontario summer, but like, I'm not saying you all have to wear a tie or anything like that, but just the blazer would be amazing, right? Because then at least we have like plants on the bus. Like people know to go talk to you, you know, if you're wearing a blazer or something like that. Right?
And again, I think it just sets expectations, right? Yeah. Like we should always be the average or above average.
Let's call it
yeah, exactly. Because like if the people we're trying to attract, those JV partners for the Windsor stuff, they're the moms and dads, whatever, or like the 25 to 35 year olds now, and their expectation of real estate is
a little absolutely, and it's really important when we're doing collabs like with Matt Pichet, because his audience may not know us at all, right? So we're
How do you
really
stand out?
Yeah, so like
first impression.
Exactly, right? And so that's definitely a big
And they
thing.
see real estate as wealth, and if you're just like that inch above them, they're like, it's that. When Pichet had a really great talk yesterday about like those little soft touches of like pain points of like, you want to be at this level, like maybe not everybody wants to be on the beach, but maybe if somebody wants to like be that status person or something like that, right?
Yeah, 100%. And then so otherwise, I guess just one thing we didn't discuss, but essentially, I assume it goes, but Troy, for any future limo tours, like you're just part of the team, so just plan to come on them if you're free.
Yeah.
2 December.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
maybe
December
it's
2nd will be
second,
Windsor.
yeah.
So then otherwise, the only other loss, I touched already, I think, with everyone, but the one camera guy, the one audio guy that we thought was joining the team, I don't think he'll be joining the team, or at least not in the same capacity as we were originally hoping. At the end of the day, I think it just really, we need to, there's some opportunities here to learn from. Like, I think we need to be way more proactive at the college and university level. Like, I think, I was saying to Peter on the limo tour ride home yesterday, there's no excuse. We should be in at Fanshawe once a month giving a talk, right? Like, Jeff should be talking to, whatever, right? And like, I should be talking to whatever, and Peter should be talking to whatever. And like, you should be talking to whoever, right? Like, let's really start getting a lot of local attention so that when we need to hire people, we can draw from fans rather than just strangers. Because I think that's really important, because one of the things was with the person that we just lost, you know, he actually needed to be sold on joining our team, right? Where I think Troy probably didn't need the same persuasion to join our team, right? Troy saw a video and just reached out because of that video. And that makes a bigger difference, I think, in people's buying in to doing it. So yeah, so then on the company-wide stuff, otherwise, another opportunity technically is the Pichet course. So Matt's launched this course. We just need to interface with him and set expectations and everything, but essentially he's going to come down to London on this Wednesday at 10 a.m. So anyone that's available, we'll meet up with him then. Otherwise, threats, Jeff kind of talked about Stefan Arniel. And again, this isn't like a threat, but this is something that we need to be implementing. I saw one of Corey McKinnon's students posted like a selfie thing where they were just at the coffee table signing the documents. I was like, fuck me, like why don't we have that for everyone on that board, right? Mm-hmm. So we need to train John to do that and Sonny to do that when they're in Windsor, to take photos with people, because it just looks so natural. Like, I was like, I don't know why, but that photo literally to me was perfect. I was like, that should be a paid ad photo. Like, mm-hmm. There's just something about it that like literally was very clickable to me. It just looked very real. So anyways, I think there's a huge opportunity there that we need to take advantage of. So then, project specific. So the first project I want to get into is the YouTube video process. So I think there was a lot of stupid problems that happened this week that can easily be solved. So we're not leaving today until we easily solve them. So I think part one is, let's never have confusion with memory cards again. So I think, and you guys jump in at any point, but my thoughts on this is, one, I don't know if you ended up buying a hard drive or not, but if not, let's get you buy a hard drive, right? A multi-terabyte hard drive. You copy all raw footage that's ever given to you to that, and then every memory card you ever give back to us is deleted and cleaned unless we discuss otherwise. Right. And then essentially we'll just leave it on that hard drive like until it fills up. But let's say it starts filling up, we'll do a 90-day rolling period, and just that after 90 days we'll review as a team and be like, hey, that Wind City footage from 90 days ago, do we want to keep? Yes, no, okay, blow it out. Now Andrew's got more storage space. And so this is very important. So definitely like take notes on this or whatever, because I don't want to repeat myself on this, and I want this done by next week's meeting. So I just want this to be a very smooth process. Otherwise, as far as like dropping off footage to Andrew and stuff, I think you guys just need to figure out exact process. I think that dropping off the mailboxes works, but then I think we just need to create stronger communication between everyone. So in particular, when videos are being uploaded, just to avoid the problem we had, I think you should just DM me and be like, videos should be uploaded or whatever, and then that way I know that like it's not, you're just behind or you missed your
deadline. They were like uploaded and then my computer went to sleep, so the upload like pauses, but they were there. It's like the 1 minute and the 4 minute ones were already uploaded, and then the longer ones just...
But at the end of the day, just from my end, right, I can't tell that, so it's essentially as if it wasn't done. So I think it's just important that we communicate more with that. Otherwise, Jeff and Peter, like, let's discuss your guys' end, because I don't see that side of it, so I don't know it as much. But again, any issues with the processing of it, I just want to have 100% settled this week. So
I think we considered starting a dummy YouTube account to load up a lot of micro content
Yes,
and
this is
anything besides
this has to
actual
happen
uploads.
this week too.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know who's starting up the dummy account, but like literally, let's have that done by the end of this.
So the 1 and
meeting.
3 minute videos don't go on there.
Yeah,
Yeah, just so when we're looking
it makes it
through,
so clean,
yeah.
and it's so much easier for tracking for statistics and stuff too, and it won't
Now
mess
we don't
up.
have to like send you the links for everything. To
Yeah,
you.
exactly. And then you
Yeah.
just say like,
They're up.
micro content's up or the video's uploaded, and then we know exactly.
So again, I hope someone's taking notes or whatever, because my expectation is this is done.
I'll get
very
the dummy
fast.
account started.
And then otherwise, like I think probably for Jeff, maybe just like more specific timeline, so Jeff knows when his content's coming out.
Yeah, if you give me like a specific day instead of just like here.
ASAP.
That's
Well,
the
okay,
thing, like-
okay, but then let's
ASAP ready, and then I can.
okay, so let's like
repeat it.
Okay.
so like a 24, 48, whatever sort of turnaround that is, but like I think we just need to, just more communication will never hurt us.
After Vegas, I'm gonna have stuff set up where we can just easily look at and see, okay, this is in editing, this is up, this is scheduled, and we know exactly what goes where. I think I have a system set up, it's just don't have time to actually implement it yet, but after Vegas, we'll get that hatched out too.
So any other YouTube stuff we should discuss before we move on?
Just we discussed it last week. Thumbnails need a revamp.
Oh yeah, we do need to go through that and do that more. Okay, so then next project. Long story short, he sent me a DM on Instagram yesterday, just complimenting my YouTube channel and saying he's learning a lot. We DM'd back and forth a bunch. Seems like a really cool guy. Seems very intelligent, very well spoken. They're doing some amazing stuff with building their brand and merchandising. And I reached out to Graham Stephan. It turns out he's actually just a big fan of theirs in general, like their content. So he was very well versed in it. His expectations and thoughts are based on their brand and where they're at. And Graham's usually pretty good at guessing this. He thinks they're making $400,000 a month off of YouTube and merchandising. So they're doing very well for themselves. It's amazing because they're local. They live within a 2-hour drive of us. So that's ridiculous. So I was talking to John on the phone last night. And we had a great idea. So essentially we're going to give them a free mentorship. We're not only are we going to give them a free mentorship, but we're going to purposely try and give them like the best property and just have them crush it, right? Document the entire process. And essentially we're hoping to create some sort of win-win relationship with them where it's like, hey, let us document the entire process. We won't put anything out until we're making you stupid amounts of money. Once we make you stupid amounts of money, would you guys be cool with putting a little clip on your channel about us? We'll have a giant playlist on Matt's channel. If that sequence of events was to happen, like, I literally think that is life-changing. Like, as in, like, before that happens, like, we would all have to be prepared. Like, everyone would have to, like, be ready to jump into the YouTube comment sections. Like, we'd have to have our funnels built so much better. But, like, I would literally expect, like, when Graham Stephan put me on his channel at that time, Graham was rocking maybe 50,000 subs. And that resulted in like literally 700-800 subs in one day, and then a bit of a trickle after that. I would expect like tens of thousands of subs, particularly if we really built a great video documenting how we just made them crush it, right? And made it literally seem like one of those HGTV shows where it's like buy the house, got the house, made money, and it's all in one video, right? Like, not my long explaining shit, like very fast and to the point. And then on my channel, very long explaining video. I don't think I can stress enough how valuable that is. So my expectations is that we all become big fans of theirs. Like literally to the point where all of us have YouTube accounts, or if you don't, you should by now. We need to be commenting on their videos, right? Like we need to be, everyone here needs to be on their notification squad. Just absolutely no excuses for that to not be the case, because we just need to become immersed in their culture. Because again, I just see no.
Need a new battery, please.
I see no downside from that. As well, like in theory, they are prank guys, so we should probably also do some research and like what's the worst pranks they've ever done, right? Like to my knowledge, they're not like Logan Pauls or anything, right? Where they're on the wrong side of culture, but.
You'll love this one. Eat.
So yeah, so definitely that's very exciting. So I think we all know what direction to go with that. But beyond that, that also sparked my thoughts further where I was like, it really got me thinking, right? I was like, fuck it, okay, how do we like just to actually start succeeding at YouTube. So then I took a step further and I was like, who else is really successful at YouTube where we can find a win-win relationship? So like he's rocking like 2.7 million. His channel isn't a natural lend to a collaboration with us. So that's probably a very Hail Mary play. However, I gave him a call last night. We did a Facebook, phone call. And I was like, okay, dude, listen, you've been wanting to invest in real estate for a long time, but you haven't. I've been wanting to get more famous on YouTube, but I haven't. Let's fucking like put this peanut butter and jelly together. So essentially I was like, we'll do you a free mentorship again, but here's what I want from you. You know, you're going to teach us everything about YouTube. And so in theory, he's agreed to it. We need to iron out the specifics, but my thoughts are we'll create essentially once a week where he's going to come once a week to London. And we'll alternate every other week, but he'll come to London every week. 1 week we'll spend here and he'll literally just tear us apart on YouTube. And it's going to be like an 8-hour day. And like, he's going to be a consulting coach for us on YouTube. And we're going to do everything he tells us to do. Then the next week we'll go to Windsor with him and we'll teach him everything about Windsor. And we'll make tons of content about that. And again, we won't release any of it until we're ready to release all of it. And we're going to treat this footage like it's the most important footage there is. But again, I think we just need to like make this shit happen. So, cause like, you know, if 1% of my audience is convertible, like what's 1% of their audience, right? It's just, it's on a level that I can barely comprehend. So yeah, so that's all my thoughts on that project. If anyone else has thoughts, jump in now. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next topic.
I think we need a way to like market what we're doing for these people, like with Adam. Like, and I just came up with an idea today, like calling like, I don't know, the fast track or something like that, where we're taking people from 0 to whatever. We do it like that. Like it should be called something.
Yeah. No, I agree. And so like one thing too I want to do, and I'll put it to the floor, it's a related project, but not the exact same, is I want to, on my YouTube channel, start doing like a show called Fix Your Finances or something. And literally I want a YouTube fan to come and we're going to meet weekly and literally just like turn around their lives. Like just do like a turnaround video. I think we need to do more of this, like,
I like that.
Intelligent jabbing, right? Like we're always giving, but I think we just need to be more intelligent with how we're doing it. Like we're spraying praying, where we can do it with someone over a serial relationship rather than me just spitting out a bunch of advice to 10 strangers at London on Fire meeting. Let's bring one of them here and really build this story and relationship with them. Because I think that long term that's going to tie in really well to the Windsor stuff. I think that leads into that value journey for me. So yeah, so then otherwise, so we talked about the limo tour, dress code, so that shouldn't be an issue. Beyond that, just remember December 2nd is our next limo tour. I think let's do that one really big. So Andrew, you plan on attending it. Troy's going to be there as well.
Ooh,
so
red coats.
Yeah, we can do red coats.
Let's do that.
And essentially, I want to have like, literally, we'll have Peter with a camera, Andrew with a camera, I'll probably still have a camera, and we'll probably make Troy have a camera too. And we'll just have like all the fucking footage. Because like, I think what we did last time was really good, and that was fucking accidental. I think if we had double the cameraman and a bit more of a plan, we could really do some shit, right? Like where we could have, you know, me and John mic'd at all times, or John and Sonny mic'd at all times, or whatever that looks like. I'm really down for whatever. Dude, like,
so that's
I literally was thinking about it. I was like, you know, as soon as I get him on, like, if he ever brings up wanting to do one, I'd be like, I'm in. Like, you want to shave my beard, you want to shave my head, you want to shave all my, like, whatever the fuck that looks like.
So you guys are in real estate, eh?
Yeah. It's just like, whatever that looks like. But, like, at the same time, I think there's some really interesting things. I don't want to go too far down this rabbit hole, but, like, literally us walking into an open house with a tour bus, but they're just on the tour bus. All of a sudden I feel like that's a real prank. That lady would have fucking lost her shit.
Jeff's license just pulled immediately.
She was one number away from 911.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
it's funny.
And like same with like our student rentals and stuff, all that feels like a no-brainer, right? But anyways, so then the last project I really want to talk about with everyone is micro content. And so I don't think we can create enough micro content. This ties into the threat with Stefan Arnio as well. So first things first, one of the ideas that I kind of floated out to Troy was, you know, when you're watching my shit, like timestamp it, send it to Peter, and let Peter know what that micro content should look like. But there's no reason why the 4 of us can't be doing it, right? So that's Jeff, Adam, myself.
Once or twice, but yeah, we should make it more of a practice.
And I think literally what we're going to need to do is just start doing assignments on it, right? Like, you know, you need to go back and watch Matt's first 10 videos, and you need to go back and watch Jeff's first 10 videos, and like just like literally make it, but like make it easy for Peter, where you're like, this would make a perfect Instagram 59-second story. So let's just real high level talk through what micro content is, so that everyone's on the same page about what that looks like. And same with like Andrew, right? Like when you're editing all these videos, like either you should be pulling more micro content, or at least documenting what you believe to be great micro content, so that Peter can easily jump in and do that. So first things first, what is micro content? That would be like an Instagram photo post, that would be an Instagram story, that would be an Instagram 59-second video, that would be a Facebook story. I think we also need to do more Facebook stories. I did one yesterday on Limo Tour, and like it got over 30 views.
Oh, really?
And like I think those are more valuable views than 30 Instagram story views, because like these are all, well, 90% of my audience is probably on Facebook is Southwestern Ontario investors, right? So like that's the most valuable demographic to us today. So, but yeah. So how are we going to make a lot more micro content in a short period of time? And is everyone familiar with the Stefan Arnio stuff we're talking about? Because if not, I want to go over that with you guys. So
he was burning a book the other day.
I haven't actually seen it.
I didn't see it. It's kind of like what Gary Vee's doing, right?
Good one, shit.
Yeah, like his version's just a little bit more Dan Locke-ish, but essentially like it's all this stuff. And like, don't get me wrong, he's doing some of the stuff too that like Tanner J. Fox does, where you steal the content.
It's much easier because you
but
know
like
5% difference you just took right out. You took the realtors out, now you can buy much easier. Now the
Going up
3%,
here?
what's the 3%?
This is an old one.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Like this is like 4 years old, this footage,
We'll take 3% off the bat.
but it doesn't matter.
See, I want to figure out that red bar on the bottom. I don't know how to do that.
And then they'll also take off 5 for the realtor, so you automatically
So,
buy
yeah.
an 8% discount.
But like
as soon as you get
that shit, right? Let me see if I can find the fire one though, because that one's good. But I think that was more of a story. But anyways, he's
I've
literally
seen a lot of people
he's
doing that
walking
book
outside
burn.
and just lights his book on fire, and he's
Yeah.
walking with it and like waving it at you.
I've seen a lot of people do that.